So this is my hair. Fresh off the shower. I'm trying to be quiet because my family is asleep.
Before you get started, let's go ahead and subscribe here to my channel and then click on that bell notification and give this video a thumbs up so that way you'll always be triggered when I post another video. Olaplex 9 is the leave-in conditioner and thermal protectant that I will be using in this video. Make sure you check the links in the description box below to learn a little bit more about this version of Olaplex. But first, let's talk about setting the bonds. Today, we are doing a Flexi rod set. And the reason why we put set behind the word, like roller set, Flexi rod set, straw set, is because we are setting the hydrogen bond. One of the main things that you use to set the bond is a foam wrap. And the foam wrap that I am using is by none other than the main choice. I am so in love with this foam wrap, and you know the owner of this brand because she is one of your faves here on YouTube, the Master Stylist. Now, this is not a sponsored video. It's literally the only foam wrap that I use. Previous to her foam, I will only use Design Essential, but it gives my hair the maximum hold whenever I am resetting the hydrogen bond. And when I say hold, I don't mean it's gonna make the hair crunchy. It's not gonna leave behind any flaky white residue or nothing. The shine in my hair will be impeccable. And at this point, the only thing in my hair is one pump of Olaplex, and you just saw how much was in that pump. And then I'm adding about a pump and a half to each piece of hair that I end up setting. Now, when you are doing a roller set on your hair, when you're flat ironing your hair, blow drying it, anything, it is imperative that you make sure your hair is properly detangled. Most people's roller sets don't come out right because you think that if the hair is wet, you don't have to comb it, because most people think that combs are going to damage your hair. So you think you don't have to comb it and you just throw the rollers in there, and then when you take them out, the hair is still tangled, crunchy in some places. Well, that's because you set the bond in a matted state. So you want to make sure that you comb the hair out before you add the Flexi rods. There is a difference between detangling the hair and combing the hair. All right. Before I wash my hair was detangled already. Right. So after I put the conditioner in my head, I was combing the conditioner through my hair. I was not removing tangles because there were none. So right now, what you see me doing with this foam, you will not see any hair coming out in this comb. What you are seeing is me making sure that all of my strands are coated with the foam wrap. This is the way that I ensure that my Flexi rod set looks uniform all over my head, and you don't have to worry about any crunchy places, any places that aren't drying, any places that aren't taking. If we remove the fear of combs and brushes that we have, I promise a lot of the problems that we have as it pertains to hair would be fixed. All right. So yeah, this is the routine and the pattern that we're following. Guru VIP will have the full unedited version along with some commentary, and they also will have on Guru 101 my full plan for what I will be doing to my hair up into the summer, because I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's 100+ degrees here in the summer, and having my hair out is simply not an option. And in a second, you'll see what I mean if you watch into the end of this video, because there's a reason why certain styles are not for everyone, and I will show you exactly that. Have you ever wondered what you can do, to style your hair when you're wearing your hair in your wash and goes, or when you're wearing your hair in your natural curls? In this video, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to prove to you that you wearing your hair with curls in it is not an excuse for you to comb your hair on a daily basis. It just means that you need to learn the proper patterns in a routine, but there is no excuse. Everybody needs to comb their hair every single day. Let's get into it.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tights, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know ain't pro, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, your applaud. Got me think about inside the walls. Words got deep, it's like a swamp. Making me better, you hotter than pepper, You with a big stepper who chasing the cheddar,
At this point, I'm using Olaplex number 7, which is the oil if I'm not mistaken, and I'm using that with very, very small amounts on the palm of my hands, and then I'm putting a little bit on my fingertips as I separate these curls. That is the only thing that is on my hair. So thus far, I've shampooed my hair with Olaplex 4C, then followed up with their moisture conditioner, which is Olaplex 8, and then after that I had Olaplex number 9, and then after the foam wrap, of course you saw me use main choice, and next up I am only using Olaplex number 7. After that, these are the only products that I will have in my hair until my very next wash day. I will not be layering products in my hair. I will not be doing any sort of lock method. I will not be greasing my scalp in any way, shape, or form. And I have a goodie. Well, I got a goodie for you. So there are 2 tiers. The first tier, if you spend $50 or more, Olaplex is going to give you a free Olaplex number 5, all right, which is their bond maintenance conditioner, 100 milliliter bottle. I can't talk. The 100 milliliter bottle. And then tier 2, if you spend $100 or more, not only will you get a free Olaplex number 5, that conditioner, but you will get a free Olaplex number 9, the one that I was just talking about here. So $50 or more, you're gonna get a free number 5. All right, $100 or more, you're gonna get a free 5 and a free number 9. All right, so make sure you check the links in the description box below, and make sure you really understand, you guys, that a very, very little bit of product goes a long way, and the more of a concentrated product you put in your hair, the less effective it's gonna be. All right.
So my husband likes it. He just said I look like he said I look like the Black Annie, and he said he liked it. I was like, oh. Annie is not really what I was going for, but this is how I was going today because.
Now, I'm putting this scarf on, getting ready to go to bed, but you will notice that this scarf, you won't see it when I take the bonnet off because it fell inside of the bottom of the bonnet. But let's get into this. I have a very, very active sweat gland all over my body, very active sweat glands all over my body. Hidradenitis suppurativa is an infection of the sweat gland, or overproduction in the sweat gland, right? So I have a very, very active sweat gland all over my body, especially in my scalp, right? So when I wake up in the morning, my hair is soaking wet, which is why it took so long for me to do a Flexi rod set, because it's not really a thing for me because I sweat in my head all the time, but educational purposes here. So even though you can fix it, right? I'm gonna fix it right here in front of you. Still, if we're talking about a hairstyle for low manipulation, a Flexi rod set is not really it. Now, if we're talking about roller sets, that's different. Like my mother used to get a roller wrap all the time. Dodie would put rollers in my mother's hair, take the rollers out, wrap her hair in a circle, and sit her under the dryer again, roller wrap, right? But I want you to know that just because your hair is in a curly state does not mean that you cannot comb your hair. But as you can see, my hair is wet in some places. It's just a whole lot going on, but it's really not a big deal because when I use that foam wrap, I reset the bonds in my hair. So when you set a bond in your hair, that bond is set like that until it's broken again, and the only way that it is broken again is with mass amounts of water. So the sweat was really only on my roots, so it's not a big deal. This right here is real time of me combing through my hair. There is no breakage, there are no tangles, because it is a fact that your hair is strongest when it is dry, right, and weakest when it is wet. So if you set your bonds properly on wash day, you can still comb your hair. There is no excuse. Everybody can and should comb their hair. But for me, I don't do my hair like this because I do sweat so much in my scalp, and because I sweat so much in my scalp, this is way too much manual manipulation for me, because I would literally have to do this every single day, and this is not something that I want to do to my hair every day. I don't want to be in my hair that much every day, and I would have to do this in the morning and at night before I go to bed to make sure that I don't have any breakage, right? And for some people that may be cool, but for me, we over here, I don't want to do all that. I really don't, right? But like I said, it is up to you. And if you are a person who wears your hair curly, just because your hair is curly does not mean that you cannot comb your hair. What you're gonna see by the time this video goes off, I'm going to go through and comb through all of my hair, and I'm gonna finger coil again, because once you set the bonds in the hair, the bonds are always set. It doesn't matter what you do until you break the bond again with water. The bonds are always set. So you just saw how crazy my hair looked when I took the bonnet off, but as I actually comb my hair and just finger coil, I'm good. There is no extra product on my hands or nothing. There's no extra product. This is the same product that was here the day before. It didn't go anywhere. But now at this point, I'm just doing finger coiling again and bringing the memory back. But again, this is not something that I want to do in my head all the time. I really, really want to know what you guys think.